Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Sunless Seas. We had a little bit of an issue in the last episode where you kind of didn't see me coming from Port Carnelian from the Grand Geode. But, well, you heard me. And we did get beaten up a little bit by some golden dreadnoughts. And we did get the submarine upgrade. So we came down here and got what we needed. But, if I remember correctly, there was a shop that sells solace fruit here. And I'm pretty sure in London, they want solace fruit. If I'm wrong, it's going to cost me a fortune. But if I'm right, money. So let's buy that and hope for the best. The hardest part here is I only have one supply and I have to get all the way back to London. I can buy supplies here, I suppose. Let's buy another one. Still cheaper than London, so it's not the end of the world. Okay. It's a bit terrifying. We've only got to get up there. Straight up. Let's just go full steam ahead and hope for the best. It's still a million degrees in this room, so I'm going to apologise if I'm a little bit flustered. Hopefully, nothing goes horribly wrong. Oh, let's not go straight into a frickin' whirlpool. That's the word I'm after. My god. And I'm also hoping that everything records okay. I've been having some really weird problems with my computer. As always, it seems to be the case. Ever since I had that problem a while back, I've had nothing but issues with my PC. But hopefully I've messed around with a few things again, and it should be okay now. Please don't run into any giant monsters that want to kill me. Let's go to port. Oh, the Isle of Cats! Oh, that's weird. The Isle of Cats keeps coming up in all of my videos and things, and I'm pretty sure we actually need to come here for the Admiralty? Port Cecil? No, they want Port Cecil. Okay, well we'll go here anyway. It looks like quite an interesting place. Now, this was in the exceptional story, the Dilettante's Debut, the one that I just did, where one of the families was involved in some sort of smuggling operation from the Isle of Cats, but I never actually found anything else about it. This could be very interesting to me. The Isle of Cats, where there are roses. A scatter of yellow-lit honey dens and brightly painted alehouses. To the southeast rises the stone tower of Cavendish Abbey, its ramparts hung with crimson and gold banners. There are sailors from all across the Neath hauling cargo, dicing and brawling good-naturedly on the docks. Can you brawl with a good nature? I assume so. I assume that just means you don't kill each other at the end. The air carries the sound of sea shanties, sung with more enthusiasm than skill, and the smell of roses, edged with brimstone. Okay. A piratical welcome. Welcome to the Isle of Cats, the wide-eyed dockmaster says brightly. Would you like to bribe me not to write down your details in this nice official ledger? The Pirate King? Hang on, what? The Pirate King's notice no more than 0. Let's compile a port report first. Though the Isle seems, at present, beyond the reach of the Admiralty laws, that does not mean that the Admiralty lacks interest in their activities. You spend half a day observing the docks and note an astonishing number and variety of ships. Was that a Carnet Tremarian nestled beside a vessel from the Iron Republic? The dock hands complain loudly that they have never been busier. The catties talk ceaselessly and carelessly about smuggling and piracy, but even the most hardened sailors lower their voices when they mention the king. They go even quieter when they talk about the Rose Garden. You make careful notes. Perhaps the Admiralty will understand what they mean, even if you don't. Okay, well, let's go for the welcome where We pay to get in, I suppose. A shipment of red honey. Expensive. You hand over the coins and she tips you a sharp smile before waving you to the nearest alehouse. The entire process is straightforwardly corrupt and pleasingly efficient. Oh dear, we got suspicion for doing this. Okay. The alehouse's sign is a tiger painted the colour of rose petals. Someone has gone to great trouble and expense to gild the creature's eyes. They look out over the port, feral and unseeing. A caged hive of lamplighter bees hangs from the ceiling like a chandelier. A few sailors give you hard-mouthed, addressing looks, but most ignore your presence entirely. Oh dear, so we can do significant tokens. The catties all wear a pair of amber stones threaded around their necks or pinned to their collars. We do clandestine doings. A whispered conversation, the clink of coins and exchange of goods. Religious observances. Is that a crimson-veiled nun? What sort of nun would be in a place like this? But we can leave. Let's start from the top. Significant tokens. So this is the amber stones threaded around their neck. Cat's eyes, one of them says, but a pirate king. As far as you can gather, the pirate king's name is Leopold, and he controls all the trade on the island. Half of the catties believe that he can take the form of a crimson tiger and creep into their dreams. The other half suspect, more prosaically, that he simply eats those who displease him. I don't know what's more terrifying out of those two options. Okay, let's have a look at the clandestine doings. Exchanging goods. You turn your head as though you are admiring one of the mouldering draperies hung from the wall. A vial flashes in the buyer's trembling hands. He uncorks it, pours a few drops of thick red liquid down his throat. The vial drops to the floor. When you look back up, he is gone. You blink and look around. Nobody else seems at least perturbed that a man disappeared from their midst. You pick up a fallen vial and examine the traces left inside. Sticky honey gleaming with redness entirely unlike blood. So I didn't know red honey made you just go poof. Religious observances. Is that crimson-veiled nun? A mellifluous sister, of course, she responds, performing a complicated negotiation between veil, thick glove, and glass of mushroom wine. You ask what one of those is, and she snorts. I'm glaring at you, underneath this blooming veil. You act appropriately cowed, and the mellifluous sister thaws a little. We are beekeepers and honey harvesters. The catties owe their prosperity to us, and the pirate king too. She slurps the last of the mushroom wine behind her veil, and the barkeep glides over to refill her glass, eyes respectfully downcast. Okay. Well, I guess we'll leave the alehouse. The barkeep stops you before you reach the door and hands you a brooch set with 2 amber stones. He waits impassively until you pin it to your clothes. Everybody wears the cat's eyes here, he tells you, moving aside to let you pass. Just a friendly reminder that the Pirate King is watching. It seems that no place then is truly lawless. Okay. Do I want to go down this rabbit hole of piratry? Not particularly, but there's another part of me that's incredibly interested in the red honey and this tiger business. The ambition, where can you taste red honey? Do I actually want this? Death hath no more dominion. Oh wait, it was my ambition that told me to come to the Isle of Cats. That's it. That's where it was. Okay, sweet. The salt-scarred navigator said he tasted memories of a failed expedition against an immortal city. Where's the one who gave it to him? Isery, Cat's chiefest claw. The reports are all the same. Isery manages the honeyed tongue, a den of exceedingly select and debased pleasures. You'll have to win their favour if you're to taste the honey. looks like we don't have much choice but to go down this path of piratery and brigandry. Well, there's the honeyed tongue. It is both brothel and honey den, run by someone the catties refer to as the King's Claw. Entering the brothel is like sliding into the dream of a surfaced Orientalist. Jewel-embroidered cushions, bright silk drapes, gilded statues of elephants, sun bears and clouded leopards. Silver censers release curling plumes of rose-scented smoke into the air. The courtesans are red-lipped and kohl-smudged. When you catch their eyes, they smile back at you with professional interest. Your actions will attract the Pirate King's notice. You need 5 times Pirate King's notice to gain an offer from a patron. Well, let's ask what red honey is. You know, of course, only the particulates may have slipped your mind. One of the nearby courtesans' eyebrows lift, infinitesimally, but his reply is practiced. When lamplighter bees suck the nectar of the crimson strain of the exile's rose, they are driven to madness. They enter the brains of humans and harvest their memories. He shudders, as though imagining the process himself. Those memories are instilled in red honey. Each sip is a burst of memory on the tongue. Deliciously awful, isn't it? He flutters his dyed feather fan. Wow, that is brutal. Okay, so I need to comfort a Z captain. A Z captain is weeping gently into a courtesan's bosom, muttering of her lost crew and rose gardens. They're all tending the gardens now, she wails, and begins to weep again. My poor crew! You wait for a hitch in the sobs and inquire further. It is a slow, delicate business drawing answers out of her, but you are nothing if not perseverant. Or perseverant would have been a much better word there. It seems her crew was conscripted by the Lady of the Gardens, and that their duties are something far worse than horticulture. You leave her reciting the names of her lost sailors and commending them to Salt's memory. Well, we gained 1 notice. I don't think I have enough secrets to do this. Not to get to 5. Can we go to somewhere else? Cavendish Abbey. The crimson-clad mellifluous sisters patrol its ramparts. They tend their hives of lamplighter bees. The mellifluous sisters make their home in the richly appointed stone tower of Cavendish Abbey. Their thick gloves and crimson mesh helmets are worn, less for modesty and more for practicality. They tend the hives of lamplighter bees all across the isle and make a religious observance of harvesting red honey for the Pirate King. Okay. Oh, I do have a lamentable relic. I do have 1 recent news. I might be able to swing this just about. Let's use a lamentable relic. Gossip with a novice. She could, she tells you earnestly, really use a lamentable relic. Best not to ask what for. She's only a recent novice, and barely even inducted into the lower apristic mysteries. Still, she has some useful information to impart. The recent destabilization of the red honey trade elsewhere has been fortuitous for the Isle of Cats. Honey production can barely meet demand. The Abbey and the Lady of the Gardens are having some kind of dispute over staffing, of all things. New total of 3. Wonderful. And we gain some fragments, even better. I don't want to give them my fuel, because it's all of my fuel, so it's not a good idea. Meeting with the Abbess. She's always interested in news from London. You recite your news to the Abbess, your voice stuttering every now and then in the cool silence of her office. I can relate to that one. Her face is entirely obscured by her thick veil, and it is impossible to read her reactions. Nonetheless, you must have pleased her. She orders one of her novices to load your ship with casks of mushroom wine. The Abbey overlooks the rose garden, and so you make a point to linger at the windows. the roses bloom lush and wanton, each petal the colour of sunset. A tall woman in a golden veil picks her way beneath the thorned bushes. Wow, we got 5 casks of mushroom wine. That's pretty good. Okay. So I just need one more. I guess I'm going to have to use my secrets in the honey tongue again. Comfort the Sea Captain. Running them to Zubmariner. We now have his attention. And we need to meet the King's Claw. The Claw keeps us sweet in the maze of corridors above the brothel. The King's Claw tells you to call them Isery. They are dressed in azure silk and wearing clawed rings of enamelled metal and ivory on the fingers of their right hand. They are very beautiful, if you like them sharp and glittering and ambiguously gendered. You have caught the interest of the Pirate King, and therefore my interest as well, they say, fixing you with an amber-eyed glaze. You seem capable enough, and I have need of a capable friend. I don't know what the benefits are here, but I think I have to choose between this guy or the Rose people, I guess. But firstly, let's discuss the well-travelled notary's memories. Your quest has led you here. You need to know what the notary knew about Nida and the Presbyte, about the secret of immortality. The cat's chiefest claw meets you in their suite with a distracted air and a raised eyebrow. You raise the matter of the well-travelled notary's memories. Isery taps clawed-fingered rings on the stem of a wineglass. The sound is silvery and sharp. I see. Someone's been talking. I'm reluctant. The notary only has a taste or two left in him. I was saving them for myself. This Nida business. Fascinating. Offer a preposterous price. Ooh, that's expensive. Okay, 600. But oh, we can earn his admiration to reduce the cost. I guess we're gonna take his job. Okay, accept the offer. You can never have too many friends in the Neath. Wonderful, utterly delightful. Isery is all smiles and genial boheme. I shall start thinking of a task fit for your talents. Something special. They wave a jeweled hand. Run along now. There's a good captain. Oh dear. Why do I get a feeling this is going to be bad? Your patron beckons you into their office above the honeyed tongue. I have a delivery for the alarming scholar in London, they tell you. Over a meal of fungus blossom and sea lily soup. A delivery that needs to pass beneath the notice of the revenue. Isery places a casket on the table and slides it open with a dull click. Inside are vials of what is unmistakably red honey. It gleams malevolently. Oh dear. Accept a new commission. You are hardly squeamish about smuggling red honey. If you change your mind, you could always turn the shipment over to the Admiralty instead. Well, a prescribed cargo of red honey. How bad can this go? The scholar will give you some notes in return. Bring them to me, and I shall be most pleased. Isery slides the casket over to you, and very pointedly does not enumerate the consequences of returning without the notes. Instead, they smile. Too wide, and you shiver. Oh dear lord. Okay, so we are going to London then. Like, straight up. Let's go. And hopefully we don't come across any big snasty sea creatures. Oh dear. Or whatever the hell that thing is. Cut across in this direction. Is that just a normal pinnace? No, it's not. Stealth? Nope. Ow! I activated the boost mode and I still can't outrun the bugger. I do not want to be going too close to the Iron Republic. Just saying. I will boost again. Man, that thing is fast. Holy crap, wait, what's that? Visage. You know what? No, I'm going to remember that's there and I'll go back to it in a minute. I want to do this quest. I've only got like 10 minutes and I want to hand this stuff in. But I know where it is, which is great. Knowing where things are half the battle in this game. Sizzling vapours rise from the sea. Time slips sideways. A coil of rope has stung a stoker and his fellow beats it to death. We are under the hand of the Iron Republic. I do love the sound of the Iron Republic. I swear to God, it's so funny. I also love its music. I'm going to mention this every single episode, I swear to God. The music in this game is fantastic. It's blue, that's friendly, right? Please be friendly. I think it is. That's a Jilly Fluer though up there, I think. Judging by its trail. Yes it is. Hopefully it doesn't spot us. There's an argument to be said that I should have gone straight up from Visage, but I don't know, I got spooked by the frickin' chip. See what's over here, shall we? I'm going to apologise if you can hear a fan in the background again, by the way. I say this every episode at the moment, because it's so hot the fan is always on. But most people don't appear to be able to hear it, so that's all good with me. But if you can hear it, I apologise wholeheartedly. That seems like a really big light. I gotta be careful because I'm running out of food. I'm on my last supplies. But I kind of want to see what's here. East. Some distance to the east. What are you? Oh really, what are you? What the hell are these things? The Salt Lions. Okay. Well, that gives us somewhere else to go have a look at. Soon. I don't like not going to places as I'm going past them. It is a waste. Because I could at least get the port reports, but I want to do this quest. Oh, Jesus. Stop blowing holes in my ship! Evasive bloody manoeuvres. Yeah, that's it. Keep firing flares at me. They're considerably less lethal. Oh, bugger. Yes. Ow! One of these days I'm just going to fight them. Horrors below? Uh-oh. Sailors at the rail call softly. Something swims beneath the ship. I saw it looking up at us, one says, his voice a tremble. Call them away, don't look. I shudder. Whatever's down there, it's better not to know. They'll forget soon enough. Oh, all clear, lads. All clear. We're at the Murray Straits. We're almost at London. Happy days. Hopefully the revenue men don't kick my ass for having a shipment of illegal goods on board. Always fancy myself a smuggler. Oh, sugar. Yee, run. I could probably kill that, but on the other hand, it's probably not worth it. And when you boost, you really boost. It uses a hell of a lot of fuel though, I think. Azalea has run mad. She roams the ship, cudgel in hand, smashing comrades to the deck. She cries, he is angry! Oh, he is angry. Okay, so I have 55 hearts, and I still can't talk her down. Well, shoot her dead. It's the only safe thing to do. She's already killed one man. Ilzala's weapons roar, and down she goes. You recite a hasty funeral for the poor soul and her wretched victim. But who will be next? Storm's attention has gone up. I think Storm might be playing games with us. Is my light on? Oh, it is. Bloody hell. Please, no revenue man. That's all I ask. No revenue man. Lights of London welcome you home. A breath of relief. Terror is reduced to 50. You can collect messages from the harbour master. I think it's changed in the Neath. Someone wants to sign on? That's all for now. If I go to Rose's Wharf. It was here, wasn't it? A starving poet is looking for solace fruit. This is what we bought from right at the start of the episode. 250... what was it? Euros? Echoes! I sold a sonnet, he exclaims, jangling a pocketful of echoes. That did not seem worth it. With his proceeds, he could dine frugally even for a fortnight, sensibly for a week, or on solace fruit for supper. He takes a tiny, careful nibble as soon as you hand it over, careful not to spill a drop of juice. I think I got ripped. Okay, so who the hell? Oh, a little gift. A very fine evening to you, Captain. I'm already knee-deep in bloody criminal activity, I might as well go full hog. A very fine evening to you, Captain. My what you might call mentor is very fond of adventurous sea captains, and he would like to offer you what you might call a dispensation on account he is so fond of sea captains. Behind the Blind Bruiser, on the dock, stands a dray piled high with fuel and supplies. Yep. Well, my patron hopes that you find these little gifts to your liking, and he expects that perhaps someday you might choose to call on him at the Medusa's Head. Should that day come, we will make you a very welcome and give you any safe conduct that you might require. Good evening to you. He salutes, and he's gone. Whoops. The alarming scholar that wanted the... Yes. Oh, we have two options here. A delivery from Isory. The scholar drags his tongue over each of the vials. Fresh, quite piquant. Look at the colour. Oh yes, yes. Perfect. Or we can take an opportunity that he or she has offered. Are you sure you didn't lose your shipment on the way? The alarming scholar asks, stroking the casket of red honey vials possessively. His or her teeth glint. I have quite a generous acquisitions budget, I am told. No, we will deliver this wholeheartedly and correctly, because rule 1 of the underworld: don't piss on your boss. Not a good idea. He'll kill your ass. She hands you an untidy bundle of notes written on what you hope is paper. You are almost certainly imagining how the notes seem to shiver in your grip. Isory will be pleased, at least. You'll be well rewarded when you return to the Isle of Cats. Make sure you have at least 10 free spaces in your cargo hold. Well, wonderful. Okay. Well, I'm a little bit bitter about the whole solace fruit thing. That cost me 250. I got 75 back, so that's a massive not profit. While we're here, let's hand in our port reports. The Canal, 5 Echoes, the Iron Republic. Whoops, damn it. I shouldn't have done the Iron Republic. It kicks me out every time. The Isle of Cats. And what does the so-called Pirate King have to say for himself these days? Yes, well, we did rather know about his rose gardens. No good news that they're prospering, though, really. Should have nipped it in the, if you allow me, bud. Ha! And trading with the Khanate? The Iron Republic? Bother. I may have to have a meeting about this. 30 echoes and 1 fuel, not too bad. Port Carnelian. You know, I sometimes wonder whether that place was a good idea. I didn't say that. 30 echoes and 1 fuel. And the Grand Geode. The Grand... yes. Yes, of course. We're genuinely quite well informed on that topic, but since you're here, perhaps you may as well let us know what your own impressions were. 10 echoes and 1 fuel. And a small part of me thinks it's probably a good idea to sell him the move in the great game, but then it also may become handy later on. So I think this is the perfect place for me to end this episode. We achieved quite a little bit there. Found the Isle of Cats, become a smuggling king, and now the police want us. Could be worse, right? Either way, thank you very much for watching. Please like, subscribe, let me know what you think. Your comments are greatly appreciated. They really are. And as always, I'll see you next time.